Urban Legend is a 1998 slasher film, directed by Jamie Blanks, that taps into the chilling myths and folktales that have circulated through generations. The movie opens with a harrowing sequence on a dark, stormy night when a young woman named Michelle Mancini is driving along a desolate highway. Her journey takes a terrifying turn when she stops at a gas station where the attendant tries to warn her about a presence in her back seat. Fleeing in panic, Michelle meets a gruesome fate at the hands of a mysterious killer wielding an axe. This initial scene sets the tone for the movie, establishing an atmosphere of fear and suspense as it introduces the concept of urban legends coming to life. The film's chilling premise is that these legends aren't just stories, but real threats lurking around the corner. As the plot unfolds, we are introduced to a group of students at Pendleton University, where the urban legend of a professor who massacred students is part of the institution's dark past. The central character, Natalie Simon, becomes embroiled in a series of murders on campus that eerily resemble popular urban legends. Her friends, including the brash and skeptical Paul Gardner, the radio host Sasha Thomas, and the witty Brenda Bates, begin to suspect something sinister is afoot. The film cleverly weaves these legends into the narrative, with each murder echoing a different tale, from the Hookman legend to the pop rocks and soda myth. This interplay between traditional storytelling and modern horror creates a labyrinthine mystery that keeps the audience guessing the killer's identity. As tension mounts, Natalie starts to connect the dots, realizing that the victims are linked by a shared secret from their past. The film uses flashbacks to reveal that Natalie and Michelle were involved in a reckless accident that resulted in the death of a fellow student, David Evans. As her friends fall victim to the killer, Natalie becomes increasingly isolated and desperate, suspecting everyone around her. The suspense is heightened by the film's use of atmospheric settings, from the shadowy university halls to the eerie campus radio station. The killer's identity remains shrouded in mystery, driving the narrative toward a climax where the truth is finally revealed. The film reaches its crescendo during a chilling confrontation in an abandoned building, where Natalie discovers that her friend Brenda is the vengeful killer. Motivated by the death of her fiancé David Evans, Brenda has orchestrated the murders as part of a calculated revenge plot against those she holds responsible. In a classic horror movie twist, Brenda's obsession with urban legends is revealed as both her weapon and her downfall. The climax is a tense battle of wits and survival, with Natalie fighting to stop Brenda's murderous spree. The film maintains its grip on the audience with a blend of psychological tension and physical horror, delivering a satisfying but unsettling resolution. As the dust settles, the film closes with a twist that suggests the cycle of urban legends is far from over. In a final scene, a new group of students at a different college dismiss the events at Pendleton as nothing more than a myth, only to find themselves in a similar predicament. This ending not only leaves the door open for potential sequels, but also underscores the enduring power of urban legends in popular culture. Urban legend cleverly exploits the fears and paranoia associated with these tales, blending them with slasher film conventions to create a memorable and haunting cinematic experience. The movie's unique premise and execution ensure its place as a cult classic within the horror genre. Urban Legend, the 1998 slasher film directed by Jamie Blanks, is filled with intriguing behind-the-scenes stories that contribute to its cult status. Notably, the film almost had a different director before Blanks came on board. Originally, the studio considered Rob Bowman, known for his work on The X-Files, but his involvement fell through. Jamie Blanks, who had previously been in the running to direct Scream but was unsuccessful, seized the opportunity with Urban Legend. His enthusiasm and unique vision for the film impressed the producers, leading to his eventual hiring. Blanks' direction brought a fresh energy to the project, blending suspense with a touch of dark humor, which was a hallmark of many late 90s horror films. One of the more captivating aspects of Urban Legend is its ensemble cast, which includes several actors who are on the cusp of major fame. For instance, Jared Leto, who played the journalist Paul Gardner, was just beginning to rise to prominence. Interestingly, Leto was already known for his role in the TV series My So-Called Life, but Urban Legend was one of his first significant film roles. Rebecca Gayheart, who played the film's central antagonist, was another standout, bringing a chilling yet charismatic presence to her character, Brenda H. Her performance added depth to the film's narrative, offering a memorable twist that kept audiences on their toes. Additionally, the casting of Robert Englund, famous for his portrayal of Freddy Krueger, as Professor Wexler served as a clever nod to horror fans, creating an instant connection to the genre's heritage. The film is peppered with clever Easter eggs and nods to urban legends and horror history, making it a treasure trove for attentive viewers. For instance, the campus featured in the film is named Pendleton University, a fictional name that hints at the film's thematic focus on folklore and myths. Moreover, the character names themselves provide subtle references. For example, the character Damon Brooks shares his last name with the famous director Mel Brooks, while Professor Wexler's name is a nod to celebrated horror director George Wagner. These details add layers to the film, rewarding viewers who pay close attention and appreciate the genre's legacy. Urban legend also delves into the psychology of fear and the power of storytelling, which are central to its narrative. The film explores how urban legends, often dismissed as mere tales, can embody real fears and societal anxieties. By turning these legends into the basis for actual murders, the film taps into the primal fear of the unknown and the power of stories to shape our perceptions. This thematic exploration is heightened by the film's setting, a college campus, where tales are shared and beliefs are challenged. The film cleverly uses this environment to explore how legends can spread rapidly and influence behavior, reflecting the underlying psychology that drives our fascination with horror stories. In terms of impact and legacy, urban legend holds a unique place within the late 90s horror landscape. Released during a resurgence of the slasher genre, the film capitalized on the success of predecessors like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. However, it distinguished itself by focusing on urban legends as its narrative core, rather than a straightforward slasher plot. This approach resonated with audiences who were eager for fresh takes on familiar horror tropes. Despite mixed reviews from critics, Urban Legend was a commercial success, grossing over $70 million worldwide, which paved the way for 2 sequels and cemented its status as a cult classic within horror circles. Finally, the enduring appeal of Urban Legend lies in its ability to capture the zeitgeist of its era while offering a timeless exploration of myths and fear. The film's clever blending of horror, suspense, and humor, coupled with its engaging narrative, has kept it relevant for new generations of horror fans. Its exploration of the blurred lines between reality and fiction continues to resonate as urban legends persist in modern culture, evolving with technology and social media. For many, Urban Legend remains a nostalgic reminder of the late 90s horror boom, while also serving as an intriguing study of how stories can both terrify and captivate us.